Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're all doing very well. This morning I'm going to be doing another movie review. Now I don't usually do reviews in the morning, but because I got hockey later in the day, I won't get another opportunity. So bear with me. Hopefully the light doesn't get in the way because I'm usually doing it under the darker light. So yeah, this morning I'm going to be doing a review of a film that was sent to me by a good friend of mine, Magnus Vaultkeeper2. I'll leave a link in the description below for his channel. I've done millions of shout outs for him, but millions can't be enough because this guy is just so knowledgeable on horror films that he just needs more recognition. So basically what he did, he sent me this film and now I'm going to be reviewing it. So this movie is a horror film from Slovakia, and this is the first Slovakian film that I've ever seen, so I was really hyped and excited to see what this could produce. So it's a found footage horror film spoken in the Slovak language with English subtitles, released in the year 2012, directed by Peter Babiak, and this film is called Slow. The English title is Evil. So the story to Evil, you've got this film crew. Now I don't know where they're working. I think it might be something like YouTube, because at the start of the film they're talking about how many views they've got. So it's YouTube or something similar to YouTube, and basically what they do is document paranormal activity. So they go around to places that are believed to be haunted and they document what they find. So it's a fairly popular show that they're running. And so at the start of the film, it takes place with another so-called paranormal activity amongst this hotel. And they get there, and the guy who says that this place is haunted, they think he's a little bit wacky, and they think that this story is not going to lead to anywhere. So they get another lead on a much better story, a much more interesting story that surrounds a mysterious guy who owns a house that is supposedly being trashed by ghosts. And so all the windows are boarded up, and he seems very paranoid. He seems very much on edge because his son's in hospital, and he says it all has everything to do with this paranormal entity that is located in the household. So they go inside the house, strange things start happening, then all of a sudden the guy who's running it has a change of heart and says, "Get out of the house, you need to get out, it's dangerous." So this gets the curiosity of the film crew. Later on, when the guy has left, they creep in through one of the boarded windows, and this is where they realise that they are encountering their worst nightmare, as what this guy was saying is true, and they begin to wish that they never entered this house. So that's all I'm going to give you on the synopsis. If you want to know more, please go out there and see this film for yourself. Now my thoughts on Zlo, aka Evil. This is the first Slovakian horror film that I've ever seen, and I can tell you what a way to start, a different type of horror cinema. This movie, as far as found footage is concerned, is not going to be, anything that is going to break the, is groundbreaking. It's not, original. It's been done before, but wow, it is so well done. I mean, this is a really scary film, and it reminded me of other films such as Paranormal Activity. You've got the Rex series from Spain that really, it reminded me of it in some instances, and I thought to myself, yeah, this is a very simplistic found footage horror film, but a lot of found footage horror films that have gone before it don't seem to really get the vibe that this film had. It was so creepy. The characters were all very well done. The mysterious guy behind the house was really creepy. And I just thought to myself, this is a very European film, and the Europeans have a sense of horror that the rest of the world don't have. I don't know what it is. It's just something about the atmosphere that is very dreaded. I felt very claustrophobic. I felt just freaked out. I thought after every corner there could have been something really bad. And although kind of know where it's going to go and who's going to die and what's going to happen, you're still on edge because you don't know exactly the impact that it's going to have. And that's, to me, something that is very relevant in European cinema. And I think that is why they do it so well. And Zlo is no exception. I thought this was a very good film, very, very well done. The handheld camera footage was, it's been exhausted, but for some reason this just works. It works so well, and it breathes new life into a very tired subgenre without being any different. But it's just done so well. The atmosphere is great. The horror element is superb. I thought the effects were excellent. None of it looked fake, and as I said, you know where it's going, but for some reason you just feel so uneasy. You feel on edge. You feel that anything could happen at any minute, and although you can predict it, it's still as scary as hell. So that is something I loved about Zlo, and I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting just a cheap sort of a found footage horror film that would just go down a similar path. And the strangest thing about this film is, yes, it does go down a similar path, but it feels so different. And I thought the ending was phenomenal. I thought that there's a little bit of violence in there, there's a little bit of gore, which I really appreciated. And as I said, it doesn't really just follow one particular film. It doesn't want to be a homage of Paranormal Activity. doesn't want to be a homage of Wreck. It just blends all that together and it just works on its own. And for that, I thought the pacing was great. It does get a little bit into, a little bit of an insight into the characters. They're not that likable, but having said that, they don't need to be likable. The movie doesn't rely on character development. It just relies on jump scares, and jump scares is what it achieves very, very well. So there's a little bit of a backstory that I thought worked really well. And overall, Zlo, aka Evil, it was a film that I was really surprised with, and being this the first Slovakian film that I've seen, it sets a very high standard, and I'm sure a lot of people who are fans of the found footage horror genre are going to really like this one because I did. So overall, for Zlo, aka Evil, I'm going to give it 4 stars, and it is coming hugely recommended. Alright guys, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later. Bye.